Hello everyone, this video is in continuation to videos of grade 9th. In our previous video we had discussed about, or we have started up the new chapter tissues. We had discussed the broad classification of different type of tissues. In this chapter we will be taking up plant tissues and specifically meristematic tissues. We'll discuss everything about meristematic tissue, how are they, where are they, why are they, and functions and all. So watch the video till the end. Please subscribe the channel. If you've not, please share the channel as much as possible. I just request you to help me increase the subscribers. I'll be very thankful to everyone. Okay, starting off with the plant tissues without wasting time. I just don't say all this because I just don't want to waste your time. You are very well mature enough that okay fine, if we are studying we should subscribe also. Chalo, we'll start now. Plant tissues, meristematic tissue. Again, I'm not making the whole flowchart again, you already know. We'll start with meristematic tissues. So first of all, the definition, very important. I'll use the black color. Okay, so what are meristematic tissues? Actively dividing cells are called meristematic cells, and these cells, they form meristematic tissues. So a very important property of meristematic cells is that they are actively dividing. They are dividing 24/7. They have a very strong tendency to keep dividing. So now if they are continuously dividing, so kaun si aisi jagah hoegi where it is present? Because if you remember the flow chart, I told you that this is the division on the basis of location. So what would be its location? It will be present in the growing parts of the plant. Wherever growth is taking place, meristematic tissues will be present there. Very important. So what are meristematic tissues? The tissues which have cells present in them, which are actively dividing always. And where are they present? They are basically present in the places of the plant wherein growth is taking place. I'll give you a diagram. It's a very simple common diagram. Maybe your book also has it, but I feel that this diagram generally explains everything. Okay, so I'll make the roots also. You don't have roots in your diagram, but roots are also there. So okay, now 3 types of tissues. Let me just shade the parts wherever they are present. Then we have the other one, and then we have the last one. I'll make a leaf or something here. Here and here. Okay, so if you remember, what were the 3 types? They were apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem. Apical meristem, apical, apex means tips, present on the tips. So this is apical meristem, this is apical meristem, this is apical meristem. So wherever the tips are there in a plant, the plant tissue which is present there is apical meristematic tissue. It helps the plant to increase in length, or you may say height. Fine, is present on the growing tips. Next, this is first one. Second is lateral meristem. It is present on the sides of stem, and I told you it's also known as cambium, because somewhere or the other they sometimes ask you where is cambium present. So if you don't remember that it is lateral meristem, it will be difficult for you. So cambium kahan hua? This is cambium. So if it is present on the sides of the stem, it is responsible for increase in diameter of stem increases, or you can say it's responsible for increase in the diameter of the stem. इसीलिए it is present on the sides. Again, diameter of branches also. So wherever diameter has to be increased, lateral meristem is present because it continuously keeps growing on the sides, increasing the cells on the sides for the diameter to increase. Intercalary meristematic tissue are present on the nodes and internodes. Now why in some books it's not given as the division for meristematic tissue? Because it generally does not help in growth or elongation or something. It generally helps in regrowth as well. Like for example, where is it? So this is intercalary, this is intercalary, this is intercalary. So it will help in the elongation of the stem. I'll write here elongation of stem to some extent, plus regrowth of the leaves which are shed off. Trees, they shed off the leaf and the leaves they grow again. How? Because of this intercalary meristematic tissue present at the nodes. So it's present at the nodes, it helps the leaves to regrow again. So basic function of intercalary meristematic tissue is regrowth. There is a very common simple example, like for example if you have lawn grass in your lawn, ठीक है, उसको अगर cut कर देते हैं, it grows after some time. Why? Because the grass, it is a runner which has just nodes present. Only leaf, stem and branches are not there. It's just the leaves. So there are nodes which are cut off, and from those nodes the leaves they again arise. So that's why the lawn grass keeps growing. So this is due to the presence of intercalary meristematic tissue, not the apical meristem. Kyun? Because it's not the apex, it's not the stem, it's just the nodes which give rise to the leaves again. So intercalary is responsible for regrowth. So these are the three types of meristematic tissues: apical, lateral and intercalary, on the basis of their location and their functions, which we have discussed. In our next video we will take up permanent tissues. We will talk about all the permanent tissues in detail, their functions, their structures and all. So keep watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you.